it's not yet showing. It's going live. We'll just try. Working. Still on TikTok, it's not showing live. And yeah, because it's streaming. Yeah, on Facebook, we can see that we are on live. Yes, we are. And I'm not sure about, can you confirm whether it's audible or not? And yes, we are also live on TikTok as well. We are live on TikTok, we are live on Facebook, and we are live on Instagram as well. Yep. So good morning and welcome to Migration Talks with Visa Empire, where we are going to discuss about your migration journey here in Australia. So whatever questions you have, whether it's related to skill visa, employer-sponsored visa, DAMA, skills assessment, offshore permanent residency pathway for Australia or onshore, whatever questions you have, just write in the comment box and we are here to answer these questions in this live session, which will run for 30 minutes. And we are right now live on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. So whatever questions you have, we will be taking questions from everywhere, like from all the platforms, and we'll try to answer all the questions in this live session. We have few people, those who have joined us already. So we'll just, you guys can start your questions. It can be related to skill visa. I know right now there's a lot of uncertainty in terms of skill visa. People are so confused whether there are going to be any invitations or not. But you need to remember that for permanent residency, that's not the only single entry door skill visa, 190, 491 or 189. There are multiple doors to this hallway of your permanent residency. So you really need to explore all the possibilities, all the opportunities, whatever you have, whether it's through your employers, whether it's through the skill visa, or like mainly right now it's all about employer sponsored visa. So we will talk about it. Okay, so we'll talk about it. So yeah, we have a little bit of technical glitch today, just because we are running this live session on multiple platforms. I will just talk about Friday's success stories here at Visa Empire. We got so many employer-sponsored visa approved, 482 approvals for chefs, for accountants, 482 approvals are there. Then we have DAMA approvals. We got 19 positions for under DAMA, truck driver 16 position and 3 tilers, just because they were looking for age concession. Sometimes it happens like you are a chef, you are a very qualified chef, you are eligible for everything, but your age is something that is actually stopping you. So in that case, what you can do is you can always explore DAMA concessions, because in DAMAs you have concession up to the age of 55. You have that concession. Shravan is asking, ma'am, Queensland graduate, RN, 675 points for 189 and 80 points for 190. Okay, for RNs, definitely Queensland is still possible, but you really need to understand Queensland is looking at higher salary. So if your salary package is somewhere around 80 to 90 grand, if you have a partner and partner needs to have competent English, if positive skills assessment, that's an added advantage. And another thing, you need to have either superior English or at least proficient English and years of experience. So these are 4 criteria. If you really want to target Queensland, out of these 4 criteria, try to meet 3 criteria. You should be fine, Shravan. Okay. Now, including partner. Okay, yeah, I understand you have including partner, these many points. But that's what I'm saying. Out of these 4 criteria, if you can meet 3 out of these 4 criteria, you should be fine. I know years of experience you may not have, like you may have just worked 6 months as an RN. So that means that criteria is not met. Whereas other 3 criteria like superior English or proficient English and higher salary, if you meet those, that would be fine. Okay. So we were talking about DAMAs, we were talking about age concession, like how you can explore age concession under DAMAs. because anyone who is eligible for permanent residency, but because of age, they think that they cannot become permanent resident, they should start exploring DAMA options. And also someone who is earning very, very high salary, so that is called like high income threshold. If they are meeting that criteria, then 186 is possible, which age exemptions. So again, that's another one that there we can think of it. DIV is asking scope of ECT and secondary school teacher at 80 points in Victoria. DIV, again in Victoria, they are looking at people, those who are working in their nominated field. They are looking at higher salary. They are also looking at your skill partner. So if you meet again out of 3 criteria, there is a possibility in Victoria. And also for secondary teachers, even there is a possibility through 189. The next round is going to be in February, last week of February, or it can be in the first week of March. Okay. Sejal is asking processing time 186 labor agreement Perth aged care worker applied in July 25. When can I expect the grant? Sejal, right now for 186, whether it's under labor agreement, whether it's under TRT or under DE, the processing time is more than a year. Under aged care, definitely it is high priority because it's health sector. Also, you are in Perth, so regional priority is there. So not if 1 year, at least you can expect like 8 to 10 months. Within 8 to 10 months, you should have a grant. Okay. All right. From motel manager, Vaheguru is asking for motel manager, how much time immigration takes nowadays? 482, I saw some got in 1 month. It all depends. For every occupation, if the employer is accredited sponsor means they have around 80 to 90% of their workforce that is comprised of Australian citizen. In that case, the grants are very quick, very, very quick. Whereas for others, like if they are standard business sponsor, in that case, their grant time, it is taking time. Earlier, it used to be 4 to 5 months, but we have recently seen it's about 6 to 7 months. It's easily taking 6 to 7 months. Replying for S56 for medical subsequent and 494 of how long the case officer can reopen the case. Whenever they ask for S56, like whenever they send you S56 notice, they give you 28 days time. It doesn't matter like if you reply within 1 day or 2 days. After 28 days also, it is taking about 3 to 4 months for the case officer to reopen the file. So don't think within 28 days you will get the grant. Sometimes it happens, but not always. Nowadays, again, it is 3 to 4 months. Okay. Now, next one. What skills assessment we need for 186 direct entry for childcare worker? As a childcare worker, you need skills assessment. Again, it is the skills assessment that is from skills assessment body. That childcare workers are there in that skills assessment body, and you can get that done. Please suggest my last semester is going on. Sim, what's your question? Masters in IT from Melbourne and thinking to do trade. Please suggest where can I move? Okay, so if you're asking me a suggestion, if you go to construction now, if you're thinking of trade and if you're thinking of construction, Western Australia would be the best because Western Australia is right now, anyone who is residing in Western Australia at 50 plus 15 points, they're giving 491. At 65 points, minimum points, they are giving 190. So yes, Western Australia would be a state. Otherwise, you can like for construction, even Queensland is not bad if you are into construction. Because there are so many comments on 3 different channels. I'm trying to look into everything. Hashmat Ali is asking, I am in 482 now. After how many years my sponsor can apply for my 186? I'm a floor finisher. Okay, so if your occupation is in CSOL, core skills occupation list, in that case, definitely you can apply for 186 direct entry as soon as you have 3 years of full-time work experience. It doesn't matter that like on 482, maybe after 6 months you are eligible for 186, you can apply for it. But sometime if your occupation is not in CSOL, in that case, you are actually looking into 186 TRT. You have to wait on 482, you have to wait for 2 years to apply for 186. So floor finisher, you really need to check whether it's in their CSOL or not. Right now, it's not on top of my head, so I don't want to give any wrong information here. So you need to understand CSOL is Core Skills Occupation List. If you even search on Department of Home Affairs website, that list is there. Check your occupation. And if it's there, 186, they can apply as soon as possible, like as soon as you have 3 years of full-time work experience. Okay. Can RPL certificate for childcare can be used for skills assessment? I would not recommend that. If RPL needs to be used, it has to be proper experience. Like you have 1 year of experience, you have used that 1 year of experience in order to get that RPL, and then on top you have another experience that you are claiming for skills assessment, then it's possible. Again, RPLs nowadays, so many qualifications are getting cancelled, so make sure it is authenticated, then only go for it. Okay. I answered this one. Rinchan is asking, RN in Queensland with 80 points for subclass 190, any chances? Chances are good, Rinchan, in Queensland, and especially if you're a Queensland graduate, chances are even better. Okay. Appreciate your response to those who need. Thank you. Hashmat Ali, that's all good. That's here. We are here only to give you all responses and to give you clarity. So the purpose of this migration session is just to give you clarity. Many times people are in dilemma. They cannot afford migration consultation, and that's the reason we run these free live sessions where a professional can give you an advice and you can make informed decision. But yes, if you need any personalized advice based on your circumstances, I recommend booking a consultation with our team. They will be able to guide you properly. But yes, like for free advice, we run these sessions every Saturday, 10:30 to 11. Yeah, that's what we do. Sandy is asking, RN in New South Wales, 75 points and 5 points from state, newly graduated, any chances? Sandy, New South Wales is also going to prioritize healthcare, but recent rounds, you might have seen, they have prioritized anyone who is working in New South Wales, earning high salary. Again, every state, I don't know right now, their focus is only people, those who are earning higher salary, those who have skilled partner, and those who have been working in the nominated occupation for at least last 6 months. That is what their priority is. New South Wales is a good state for RN. You should get an invite at 80 points. Otherwise, wait for 189 invitation round. We are very hopeful RNs are going to get an invitation in 189 round, which is going to happen February last week. Neri Mabaro is asking also, what is the chance of 190 for civil engineer Queensland graduate with 95 points? Chances are there. Civil engineers, again, it is construction. If you're earning good salary in Queensland, you're a Queensland graduate, you have lodged your EOI and ROI properly with right information, chances are good. Okay. Do you think for 189 ECT, they will reduce the points at least till 75 or not? Okay, for ECT, it won't go below 75 for sure. Okay, so minimum would be 75, I would say. But looking at the competition, it can go for the next round. Last time it was 75. So next round, it can go up to 80. So 80 to 75, that should be okay for ECTs. 13 PB08, the 491, Western Australia, 95 points. ECT, any chance, but not job, any possibility for ECT at 95 points, very good chances are there. Only thing you need to understand, Western Australia, they did not invite any other occupation other than construction in the last invitation round, the January invitation round. So that's the reason people are so disappointed, but they were very clear. They said January and February round, they are not going to invite other occupation. They'll be just prioritizing trade. But March onward, they will be inviting other occupations like ECT, RNs, ENs. So there is a possibility, maybe this round itself, February 1, going to happen in the first week of February or second Friday, first or second Friday. Okay. Any chances for enroll nurse? 75 points in Western Australia, general stream. Under general stream means Schedule 1. Under Schedule 1, chances are better for enroll nurses if you have 1 year or plus work experience, 20 hours per week. It's just they did not invite ENs recently, but they will be inviting. That's what we are speculating right now. That's fine. 13 PB08, it is okay to not working in your nominated occupation as an ECT in Western Australia. There is no such requirement. And earlier, whatever they have invited, they never prioritized anybody with employment. Okay. Wal Niran is asking, Chef 70 points, which state can you advise, please? 70 points are less for chef, and chef is very competitive. For chefs, my only advice is right now start looking at employer sponsored visa. If you are a chef in Tasmania, if you are meeting their 4-9 pathway living in Tasmania, there is a possibility in Tasmania. Otherwise, every other state, it is quite saturated right now for chefs. I would not suggest you moving the states. I would suggest you to look for employer sponsored visa 482-186. Just tell you a story. One candidate, he was struggling to get 491 invitation in Queensland. He was really struggling, got 90 points as a chef, was not getting an invite, but working in nominated occupation. Then we have started 186 nomination, and last week we got 186 nomination approved, and visa we got already S56, and within no time he gonna get his visa granted, 186 permanent residency. Sometimes you guys think that 491, it's a very good pathway, but you need to understand 491 is also like a trap. I know definitely you get full work rights and everything, but 2 years to get granted 491, then 3 years living in regional, then apply for 191, and another 1 year on 191 processing. So altogether, it is going to take you 6 years to get your permanent residency under 191, 491 to 191 pathway. But if you have an employer and you are a skilled person, got 3 years plus experience, please start looking at 186 DE other than going for 491. That would be my suggestion if you have an employer. 189 expected in last week of February. Is this the last round for 189 this year? No, there will be one more round before June after this February. It can be last week of February, it can be first week of March as well. So there is no such thing that it will happen in the last week of February, though they made it bit clear, not bit clear. There are speculation only for the last week of February. Okay. Deep Kumman is asking, graduate diploma of secondary teaching in Victoria. So what's your question, Deep Kumman? You're just saying you are doing it, right? So what's your question? Iksoch is asking, ECT with 85 points for 189 EOI date is 9th of January 2026. Any chances? 85 points are good for ECT. So hoping this 189 round, you may get an invite. All the best. Answered this one as well. Yep. So now we'll look into few comments from here, and then we still have time. 7 minutes are there. So we will look into, okay. So we have some questions from Facebook. So now we'll be reading Facebook comments. Jigme Sharab is asking, please can you find in truck driver DAMA? DAMA as truck driver, you really need to find an employer that is located in DAMA region. We get so many approvals, but trust me, all the employers, they already got their employee and they want to sponsor them. So if you have an employer, just bring your employer to us, then we can certainly get their DAMA approval. That's what we can do. Bharat Virpal is saying, good to see you. Thank you so much. Jen Santos is asking, okay, not asking, she's saying Neet is the best. Thank you so much, Jen. Jen is a very, very good client of ours. She got 482 from us, and within no time, like after 4 or 5 months, we lodged 186 for her, and we got 186 granted as well. And the process was pretty smooth. She's a very good client of ours. Thank you so much, Jen, for these kind words. Hamza Amir is saying, ma'am, I have 3 years of post-study experience as chef with positive skills assessment, but got only certificate 4. Am I eligible for 186? DE, or should I do diploma first? Hamza, go for diploma. Nowadays, department is, I don't know what happened to department. We got on certificate 4, many grants, and nowadays, some of the case officer, they started asking for diploma. If they refuse your case in ART, you may win, but why to waste so much of time if you can get diploma? So my sincere advice is, get diploma, because there are two kinds of criteria, okay, when it comes to skills assessment and when it comes to making sure that relevant qualification is there. One is ABS, that is from ANSCO, right? So that ABS criteria is there. Then VERICES or TRA criteria is there. So the case officers, they are looking at ABS criteria, and as per ABS criteria, it needs to be diploma. Okay. Next one. Hi, ma'am. When EOI gets logged after pre-invitation or final invitation? Tushar, after final invitation. This is another confusion among migrants. What is pre-invitation? Let's say a state, they invited you. States are inviting and they are giving pre-invitation. 189 federal government, they will give you full invitation. So when states, they invite you, they just want to see whether you meet the criteria before giving you full invitation. And during this process, if your points get changed, in that case, you won't be able to get your visa, just because before that full nomination, at that time, whatever points you have, that should remain same, okay? So that's what the key is. It's always final invitation. Chintan Patel is saying, mechanical engineer, 90 points, 190 Queensland. Again, it's 50-50. If you're earning very high salary, superior English, years of experience, good chances are there. Otherwise, if out of 4 you meet at least 2 criteria, then chances are 50-50. Okay, Chintan? Hamza, ma'am, will my experience count after certificate 4 then? No, export experience, those things won't matter. So Hamza, I would say book a consultation. There are few things we need to check before giving you an advice. I have given you a lot of advice here about your certificate 4 and diploma, but there are few things at the skill level, how to calculate the experience. I would say book a consultation, get a personalized advice, okay? Sukhmandeep Sandhu is saying, ma'am, we are in stress. My brother bridging visa B and C refused in association with 482. It will impact on 482 application. Sukhmandeep, it won't impact your 482 application. Whenever a visa is lodged offshore, please try to understand, guys. If you lodge a visa offshore, you are not allowed to have bridging visa associated with that, okay? But how will it impact your 482? It won't impact your 482. 482 will look into the eligibility of that. We do try bridging visas even if you apply from offshore. I know this case, I'm not sure whether you are the same, but there is a case, yes, they try to apply B and C and everything. There is a possibility you may get granted, but there is no provision in law that can give you that, okay? Okay, ma'am, sure, I'll book. Yes, go for it. Ranit Prasad is saying, hi, ma'am, my 407 visa finished on 25th of March, 2026. Okay, it is going to finish, yes. And what should I do next? Company say they will be doing again 407. I would say what you do, like try to convince them or change your employer. If somebody can give you 482, that would be better. Or if you are eligible for 186, go for it. Because getting 407 again and again, you are not going to get sorted your permanent residency. It's still a temporary visa, and it is just for temporary purposes. Okay, I answered this. Yes, I answered this. All right, I'll look into other platforms now. I'm in last sem of secondary teaching diploma. What's next? Next is your skills assessment. You need to talk to a migration professional or book a consultation with our team. We'll guide you through how to get the skills assessment done, how to improve on your points, what all things to do, what are the next steps. EOI applied June 19, 2024. So what is your question, Malik? What about chances for 491? So for software engineer, graduated from WA with 105 points. Shreem, we cannot comment on ICT professionals at this stage. Even you are in WA, you are a WA graduate, you got such a beautiful points, but still we cannot comment on it just because states are very, right now, they are very reluctant to give invitation to anyone other than construction, health, teaching, and social welfare. Okay. Guys, it's time now. We have to wrap it up. It's just 1 minute to go, and we will be wrapping it up, and we'll see you guys next Saturday, 10:30.